Hello, this is day 2 of character motivation and determining character motivation as you read Act 2 of The Diary of Anne Frank. So your goal is to read the play, and as you read the play, infer the motivation of characters. So as we go through, we're going to look at what the character does and what the character says, and then we're going to use our background knowledge of how people behave to infer or make an educated guess of the motivation of that character. So let's do a little bit of review before we practice today. So remember, a character's motivation is the reason that he or she takes a particular action. So the reason for the action. And again, I'd like you to annotate. I know we did this yesterday, but practice makes purpose. So, all right. So, a character's motivation is the reason for the action, and writers need to create characters and build characters that are believable for us to really be into them and to be interested in what is happening with them. So they need to think about the character's motivation and try to show that through what the character is saying and what the character is doing. Now, again, I wanted to remind you there's 2 types. This is going to be important today. Internal motivation. Remember in as in inside. So inside is going to be emotions. So how do the emotions make us act? So what emotions are happening that's causing the action? That's going to be what you infer. External motivation is going to be what is happening outside of the person. The physical conditions, events that the person is going through, experiences or situations, what other people are saying to them. So they're going to have external motivations. Again, breaking that word down, external as in exit. So outside. So an exit takes you to the outside. So this is outside the person. So down here we have a paragraph about 2 people. And we are going to try to infer the motivations of the 2 people. So let's read the paragraph. And I'm going to grab a different tool. Reuben and his wife, Jocelyn, have a milestone wedding anniversary coming up, but they have never had enough money to celebrate like they wish to, nor have they been able to give each other anything more than small, inexpensive gifts. This year is different for Reuben. He wants to do something special, so he sells his beloved comic book collection to pay for violin lessons for Jocelyn, who has a violin and has always wanted to learn how to play. What Reuben doesn't know is that Jocelyn has sold her violin to pay Reuben special storage cases to buy Reuben special storage cases for his prized comic books. So, the first question is, what is Reuben's motivation for selling his comic book collection? So we're going to focus on Reuben. We're going to come up. So as we read through, we're going to look for clues of what Reuben could be feeling or what Reuben is being exposed to. So Reuben has an event coming up. He has a wedding anniversary. So this is going to be, events are external. So this is going to be an external possible external motivation. It's something that's happening to him. In the past, they have not had enough money to celebrate. Again, this is another external motivation. This year is different for Reuben. He wants something special. So Reuben wants, okay? Wanting is going to be internal, and then we have to do some inference, right? So we think about this is a special event. It's for someone that he loves. In the past, he hasn't been able to do what he wants for that person. He wants to show that love. So now he has a feeling of ambition to do something, a feeling of obligation, a feeling of love, of romance. So he's having all these emotions, and he wants to do something special because he wants to show his love. So what is Reuben's motivation for selling his comic book collection? So this is his action, and we've got a lot of possible things going on here. So some external motivation is he has a wedding anniversary coming up. And he has love for his wife. He feels bad or sad or guilty. We don't know for sure, but we know he has some negative feelings. He feels guilty about not giving her a nice gift because of lack of money. So these are all possible reasons for why Reuben wants to sell his comic book collection. He wants to sell it to buy his wife a nice gift. So all these things are making him want to buy her a nice gift. And to buy her a nice gift, he has to sell his comic book collection. So I think now is a good time to pause the video so that you can write an answer to number 1. Before I pause, if you want to take a picture of anything I have here, once I pause, everything I have is going to disappear because my button has disappeared. So 10, 9, 8, or we actually can go back. All right. Okay, so we know that he wants to buy a nice gift for his wife. There's a lot of reasons for why he wants to buy a nice gift, but that's why he's selling his comic book collection. So now we have to decide, is Reuben's motivation internal or external or a mix of both? You're going to explain your answer. So remember, we like complete sentences, so we're going to turn this into an answer. So to turn this into an answer, we're going to use RA, restate the question, answer the question. So is Reuben's motivation internal or external or both? We're going to get rid of the is because that's part of the question. We're turning this into the answer. And then we're going to decide. So we're going to start off. Reuben's motivation is, we're going to move that is, and then you're going to choose internal, external, a mix of both, and then because. So I'm going to type it out here. Reuben's motivation is blank because the text says, and then you're going to tell us what the text says. So again, you might want to pause and fill in this answer. All right, so number 3. What inference can you make about Jocelyn's motivation for selling her violin? So remember, we're going to use RA. We're going to turn this into an answer. So we're going to get rid of all the question words. So we're going to get rid of what. And we're going to start an inference I can make about Jocelyn's motivation for selling her violin is. And then you're going to come up here and you're going to look at why she chose to sell her violin. You're looking for things happening to her and things that she's feeling because of what is happening and how those things motivate her to make a choice. And then number 4, is Jocelyn's motivation internal or external or a mix of both? This is a repeat of question 2, but you're going to answer it about Jocelyn, so you can use that sentence setup from number 2. All right. So thank you and enjoy your close read today.